Hi, judgers! Welcome to another segment of Juan Arliwag Memorial High School Senior High School Math TV. Last time, we were able to solve 4 different systems of equations. And for this time, we will now try to apply those systems of equations using word problems. Okay, so this is the first example. This is the application of systems of equations. Number 1. Find two numbers whose difference is 4 and whose product is 2. Again, we will write the equations using the word problems. So, we have the given. We are asked to find two positive number whose difference is 4 and whose product is 32. So, let's just say, let x be the first number. Okay? And let's say y is the second number. So let us now try to write the equation in terms of this word problems. So states here, find two positive numbers whose difference is 4. Therefore, the equation should be x minus y is equal to 4. Because it was stated on the problem that the difference of two numbers is 4. And remember that we are looking for two positive numbers. This is our first equation. For the second equation, it's stated here that their product is 32. Therefore, we multiply. X times y is equal to 32. This is now the second equation. And we could now express y in terms of x using the first equation, or we could express x in terms of y. Therefore, this becomes x is equal to y plus 4, and this is now our new equation 1. So what do? We use substitution. We substitute 1, equation 1 to equation 2. Therefore, equation 2 is x times y is equal to 32. But what is the value of x? Therefore, x becomes y plus 4 times y is equal to 32. Y plus 4 times y will be having y squared plus 4y is equal to 32. Transferring this out to the left hand of the equation, we'll be having y squared plus 4y minus 32 is equal to 0. And in this case, we're now ready to factor this term. And if you do not know the factor, always remember to use the quadratic formula. Okay? So we'll be having, the factors would be, if this is 32, the factors would be negative 4 and positive 8, since the middle term is positive. This becomes y plus 8 and this becomes y minus 8 is equal to 0. Equate this to 0, equate this to 0. Therefore, we'll be having y plus 8 is equal to 0, y is equal to negative 8. What if we have y minus 4 is equal to 0? Therefore, y is equal to positive 4. Okay, so we're now looking for the value of x. Therefore, if y is equal to negative 8, the value of x would be y plus 4. And x now would be, our value of y is negative 8 plus 4. Therefore, x is equal to positive 4. What if y is equal to positive 4? Therefore, x is equal to y plus 4. X is equal to, what is the value of y? 4. And 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. So we now have the values negative 8, positive 4, 4, and 8. But then, it states here that we need two positive numbers. Therefore, those two positive numbers would be 8 and 4. Let us try to check. Find the two positive numbers whose difference is 4. Therefore, 8 minus 4, is that 4? Yes, that is 4. Okay, so therefore, it satisfies the first condition. For the second condition, their product is 32. Therefore, 8 times 4, is that 32? Yes, 8 times 4 is 32. Therefore, it is correct. The answer should be 8 and 4. And those are the two positive numbers whose difference is 4 and whose product is 32. So let us now try to solve another problem. Okay, for this problem, we now have the given, the difference of two numbers is 12, and the sum of their squares is 144. Okay, so let us now try to write an equation regarding this one. Let us use again x and y. So let's say x is the first number and y is the second number. Okay, for equation number 1, the problem tells us that the difference of two numbers is 12. Therefore, that becomes x minus y is equal to 12. Therefore, we could say that x is equal to y plus 12. Very good. That is x is equal to y plus 12. That is the first equation. And for the second equation, the sum of their squares is 144. Okay, the sum of their squares is 144. Therefore, it becomes x squared plus y squared is equal to 144. Okay, so if that is x squared plus y squared equal to 144, therefore, all we have to do now is to use substitution. Okay, this is our equation 1, this is our equation 2. All you have to do is to substitute equation 1 to equation 2. If we will be substituting, therefore, this becomes now x squared. And what is our x squared? That is y plus 12. We'll be having y plus 12 quantity squared plus y squared is equal to 144. Let us expand y plus 12 quantity squared. And that becomes y squared plus 12y plus 12y. That becomes 24y. 12 times 12, it becomes 144. So that is plus 144 plus y squared. And then this is the constant. We need to transfer that out to the left side. And that becomes negative 144, which should be equated to 0. This is y squared. This is y squared. Therefore, it becomes 2y squared plus 24y. This is positive 144, negative 144. We cancel that out. Is equal to 0. Since this is 2y squared and we have plus 24y, their common factor would be 2y. If we factor out 2y, this becomes y. 24 divided by 2, that becomes 12 is now equal to 0. Equate this to 0. Equate this to 0. Therefore, we'll be having 2y is equal to 0. Divide both sides by 2. Therefore, y is equal to 0. One value of y is equal to 0. Let us now get the other value. Y plus 12 is equal to 0. Therefore, y is equal to negative 12. So we now have two values of y. Therefore, we will now substitute these values of y to the equation number 1. Okay? If y is equal to 0, x is equal to y plus 12. Therefore, x is equal to 0 plus 12. And this becomes now 12. If y is equal to negative 12, therefore, this becomes now x is equal to y plus 12. Therefore, x is equal to negative 12 plus 12. And negative 12 plus 12 is 0. Therefore, the two numbers now would be 0 and 12, or 0 and negative 12. Since it is not stated in the problem that we need to get an answer that is positive. Okay? So, the problem only states that the difference of two numbers is 12 and the sum of their squares is 144. So, let us now try to get the checking part of this one. So, x minus y. Therefore, that becomes 0 or 12 minus 0. That is 12. So, we also have 0 minus negative 12. That is 12. And the sum of their squares is 144. 0 squared plus 12 squared is 144. 0 squared plus negative 12 squared is also 144. Or we could say that this should be 12 and 0. Okay? So, 12 minus 0 is equal to 12. 0 minus negative 12 is equal to 0. Therefore, this will now be our answer. Okay? So, that is how we solve for this problem. And for problem number 3, therefore, I will just write problem number 3. Okay? For problem number 3, So this is our problem number 3. The sum of two numbers is 90. The larger number is 14 more than 3 times the smaller number. What are the numbers? So we're asked to get the number. So let's say, let S be the smaller number and let L be the larger number. Let us now write the equation. So the sum of two numbers is 90. Therefore, equation number 1, S plus L is equal to 90. This is our equation number 1. The larger number is, therefore, if that is the equation, we could say that the larger number is, therefore, that is equal sign, is 14. More than, when we say more than, that is plus 3 times the smaller number, 3 times the smaller number, which is S. Okay? Therefore, we could say that L is equal to 14 plus 3S. Okay? So, L is equal to 14 plus 3S. And this is our equation number 2. Okay? So, from this one, we could now say that if that is the value of L, all we have to do is to substitute 2 to equation 1. Again, this is equation 2. And we have here the value of L, and then substitute that to S plus L is equal to 90. But what is our S? That is S. What is our L? That is 14 plus 3S is equal to 90. Okay? We'll now be having S plus 3S. That becomes 4S. 4S plus 14 is equal to 90. Therefore, this is 4S is equal to 90 minus 14. And 90 minus 14 will give us an answer of 76. Divide both sides by 4. Divide both sides by 4. We could finally say that S is equal to 19. If S is equal to 19, okay, if S is equal to 19, let's now get this equation. Equation number 2. L is equal to 14 plus 3S. Therefore, L is equal to 14 plus 3 times 19. Okay? So, if this is the case, therefore, L now is equal to 14 plus 3 times 19 is equal to 57. Therefore, L is equal to 14 plus 57, and that is 71. So, let us now try to check if it is really, these are really the values of S and L. Checking. Equation number 1, S plus L is equal to 90. Is 19 plus 71 equal to 90? Yes. Therefore, 90 is equal to 90. Okay? So, let us try to check if it is really the answer. 71 plus 14 plus 3 times 19. 71 is equal to 14 plus 3 times 19. Okay, let us try to check. 3 times 19 is 57. 57 plus 14 is 71. Therefore, the numbers would be 19 and 71. Again, S is equal to 19 and L is equal to 71. The smaller number is 19 and the larger number is 71. Okay, so let us now try to answer question number 4. Okay, for question number 4, we are now given this one. Okay, so based on the problem, we're asked to find the dimensions of the rectangle with perimeter 20 units and area 24 units. So before we answer this problem, all we have to do is to review our past mathematics involving geometry and shapes. So we could say that if this is the rectangle, if this is the width of the rectangle, this is the length, therefore the perimeter is 2 times W plus 2 times L. And what is the area of the rectangle? The area of the rectangle is length times width. Okay, we could say that the area is length times width. So find the dimensions of the rectangle with perimeter 20 units and area 24 square units. Okay, so with perimeter 20 units. So therefore, 20 is equal to 2W plus 2L. But we could say that 2 is a factor. Okay, therefore 20 is equal to 2 times W plus L. Divide both sides by 2, divide both sides by 2, therefore 10 is equal to W plus L. This is our first equation. For the second equation, area is equal to 24 square units. Therefore, 24 is equal to length times width. Okay, so that is our equation number 2. But equation number 1, for equation number 1, we could say, or we could say that W is just equal to 10 minus L. So let us use this as our new equation number 1. And all we have to do is to substitute equation number 1 to equation number 2. Our equation number 2, this should be length times width. Our equation number 2 is 24 is equal to length times width. Therefore, this becomes 24 is equal to L times, what is our W? 10 minus L. Okay, so if that is the case, this becomes 24 is equal to 10L minus L squared. Okay, so I will just transfer all this term to the left side. Okay, therefore this becomes negative L squared. We have positive L squared, positive 10L, that becomes negative 10L plus 24 is equal to 0. Okay, so let us now try to factor so that we will be getting the values of L. And the factors would be, since this is 24, the factors would be 6 and 4. And if we add 6 and 4, the answer is the coefficient of the middle term. Okay, and since this is positive and this is negative, therefore both factors would be negative. And this becomes L minus 6 and L minus 4 is equal to 0. Therefore, equate this to 0. L minus 6 is equal to 0. L is equal to 6. L minus 4 is equal to 0. Therefore, L is equal to 4. Okay, so what if L is equal to 6? So, if L is equal to 6, what is W? Okay, so let us now try to use this equation. W is equal to 10 minus L. Therefore, W is equal to 10 minus 6. W is equal to 4. So, if L is equal to 6, W is equal to 4. If L is equal to 4, therefore W is equal to 10 minus L. W is equal to 10 minus 4. W is equal to 6. Therefore, the dimensions of the rectangle would be 6 by 4 or 4 by 6. Okay, therefore, this is now our answer. Okay, so that is how we solve this word problems and writing systems of equations if we are given this one. And for the last problem, we are given problems involving fractions. So for problem number 5, so let us just write the problem. Okay, for problem number 5, okay, for problem number 5, if 2 is added to both numerator and denominator of a fraction, the result is 9 over 10. if 3 is subtracted from both the numerator and denominator, the result is 4/5. What is the original fraction? Again, if 2 is added to both numerator and the denominator of a fraction, the result is 9/10. If 3 is subtracted from both the numerator and denominator, the result is 4/5. What is the original fraction? So let us now say that x is the numerator and y is the denominator. So let us now write the equation. If 2 is added to both numerator and the denominator, therefore that is x plus 2 over y plus 2 is equal to 9/10. Okay? And for the second condition, if 3 is subtracted, therefore we'll be having x minus 3 over y minus 3 is now equal to 4/5. Okay, so if we are given fractions, all we have to do is to cross multiply, and this becomes 10 times x plus 2 is equal to 9 times y plus 2. Okay, distribute the coefficients, that is 10x plus 20 is equal to 9y plus 18. So let us transfer all the terms to the left hand of the equation. Therefore, we'll be having 10x minus 9y, 20 minus 18, that is plus 2, is equal to 0. And this is now our equation 1. For the second one, we are given 5 times x minus 3 is equal to 4 times y minus 3. This becomes 5x minus 15 is equal to 4y minus 12. Again, let us try to transfer all the terms on the right side to the left side. This becomes 5x minus 4y. And we also have negative 15 plus 12, that is negative 3. Okay, this becomes negative 3 is equal to 0. This is now our equation 2. But for equation 1, this is 10x. For equation 2, this is just 5x. Therefore, I will use this equation 2 and then multiply this to negative 2, so that if I add both terms, therefore the x terms will cancel out, and this becomes negative 10x plus 4y plus 6 is equal to 0, and this is now our equation number 2. Okay, so writing equation number 1 as 10x minus 9y plus 2 is equal to 0, and equation number 2, which is negative 10x plus 4y plus 6 is equal to 0. This becomes negative 10x minus 10x cancel out, negative y plus 4y, that is negative 5y, 2 plus 6, therefore that is 8 is now equal to 0, or sorry, this should be positive 8y. This should be positive 8y. Okay, therefore this should be negative y plus 8y, that is negative 9y plus 8y. This should be negative y. Therefore, negative y plus 8 is equal to 0. And transferring out negative y to the other side, therefore this becomes y is equal to positive 8. Therefore, we now have y. If we now have the value of y, all we have to do is to substitute this to any of the equation. Or I will just use the original equation number 2. So, this becomes 5x minus 4y minus 3 is equal to 0. That becomes 5x minus 4 times 8 minus 3 is equal to 0. Therefore, 5x negative 4 times 8 is negative 32 minus 3 is equal to 0. 5x minus 35 is equal to 0. 5x is equal to positive 35. Divide both sides by 5. Therefore, x is equal to 7. Okay, therefore, this is now x is equal to 7. Again, Do not be confused by this one. I just multiplied negative 2 to negative 4y, and that becomes positive 8y. Okay, so let us now get the original fraction. Therefore, the original fraction now would be 7 over 8. The original fraction now would be 7 over 8. So let us try to check if 7 over 8 is really correct. So in this case, we have the first condition, x plus 2y over y plus 2 is equal to 9 over 10. X plus 2y, therefore 7 plus 2 over 8 plus 2, is that equal to 9 over 10? 7 plus 2 is 9. 8 plus 2 is 10. Therefore, 9 over 10 is equal to 9 over 10. And for the second one, we have x minus 3 over y minus 3 is equal to 4 over 5. X is 7 minus 3 over y, which is 8 minus 3, is that equal to 4 over 5. Therefore, 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. 8 over 3 is equal to 5, and 4 over 5 is equal to 4 over 5. Therefore, our answer, the original fraction now is really 7 over 8. Okay? So that is how we solve for systems of equations. If you have questions, if you have suggestions, if you have clarifications, do not hesitate to message me on Facebook, on Twitter, and on my Instagram account. Once again, I am Engineer Judd Hernandez saying that mathematics is always fun. Goodbye and God bless.